Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday, September 21st, 2022. This is part of a series called Nicole Reads Her YouTube Comments. I'm telling you right now, it's a cover for a song called it's a Nicole Yoki cover of The Story by Brandi Carlile. And it has a 10-minute introduction, and then there's Nicole Yoki, and then a 10-minute rant afterwards as well. But it was posted up on the KC. It's a KC Videos channel. That's the name of the channel, where a video of the karaoke of The Story by Brandi Carlile was posted, and over 2 years ago. Anyway, it's a great song. It's a great karaoke, and this is a Muse appreciation karaoke. But I posted these comments. It's in 2 comments. I'm going to read the whole thing. It's 20 minutes long. I'm not going to apologize. Whatever, do whatever you want. But it's more housekeeping. I'm trying to preserve something I said a long time ago. This was said by me on July 5th, 2022, and I want to say it again. It was posted in a comment, and the comment was not taken down, so this video should not be taken down, and I should not be suspended for it. So, without much further ado, we're going to do this. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday, July 5th, 2022. My glasses will never be straight because I'm very crooked. I'm asymmetric. My whole left side of my body is bigger than the right side of my body, and I can never get these glasses to straighten out. Maybe if I cross my legs like this? No, because that makes this, anyway, laugh out loud. Sorry about this. I don't know why I'm so self-conscious about this all of a sudden. I'm just tired of my crooked glasses all of a sudden. Sorry, cat. Sorry. I kicked the cat, I guess. Okay, so anyway, happy July 5th. Arg. Come on, glasses. Do a little better. All right. Happy Wednesday, July 5th, 2022. Happy midweek, Main Nicole Yoki Wednesday. So Target Radio, I've been all over them for playing tobacco songs, and they changed their radio or something. They're still doing tobacco songs. I think they're trying to figure it out, but in the meantime, now they're playing all sorts of new songs that are great. They're all like karaoke's. Maybe, I don't know if the radio is for this Target store only where I'm working, or if it's national. I don't get where they stream their music from. But it's like, is it me? Are they playing the karaoke's? Well, not the karaoke's, but the songs of the karaoke's from my top 66 list. Like, there's a whole bunch of new songs, and they're all songs that Kelly has karaoke'd, and they're on my top 66 list. So this one is called The Story by Brandi Carlile, and it was my top 66, of course, for season 1 of karaoke's. And it played on Target Radio, and I said, oh, that would be a good one. Actually, I was thinking of doing this one for a while, but it's just all coming together now for the perfect time to do this one. Part of the reason is I call it an ode to my muse. It's more of a muse, like it's going to be Kelly, my muse appreciation day, which I do. Appreciate her, I guess. In addition to everything else, all my fortune cookies have been telling me to be thankful and appreciative a lot this week. So yeah, that's the one thing. I'm very appreciative of my muse. But the other thing is I've been uploading my glasses. I've been uploading a lot of, 10 years ago I did this. I did a little bit of a trucker vlog for somebody. I don't remember who they were. They paid me, and I recorded a whole bunch of, my everyday. They had these questions I had to answer, and they wanted me to record certain things, and I just went overboard. I had a lot to say, and it turns out it was hours and hours of, I'm still uploading it to YouTube. It just went on and on and on, and I haven't looked at it all. But the first couple of ones I looked at, I said, oh, I'm enjoying this, because I like hearing what I was saying back then. So this was back in 2012. Yeah, it was 10 years ago in August. So I'm coming up on the 10th year anniversary of that. and I was able to rescue it from an old broken down computer, fortunately. So now I'm just going to try to save it in YouTube, because then I won't lose it. Maybe. Laugh out loud. Who knows? And today is going to be a long talk, by the way, so just, I don't care. Bear with me. Come on, cat. All right. And so, yeah, what am I saying? So the point is, I had a lot to say and nobody to say it to except the camera. But I did. I had a muse then, and I have a muse now. But the thing was, it was before I went to law school. I'm looking at the progression of things. Like, I'm just trying to refine what I needed to say toward world peace. My muse and I have the same goal. Like, seriously, it's not like, those beauty pageant queens who say, world peace. And just, it's kind of shallow in a way. But maybe not shallow, but it seems shallow. But we seriously, like, heart of hearts, that's our goal. Like, we really want to make the world a better place. Like, seriously. And not just for the heck of it. We truly. So, on my strive for world peace, I had been through a lot by then, and I couldn't quite grasp. And it's not just saying what the problem is. That's half of it. But, like, proposing ways to change. Just not just complaining and this is wrong and that's wrong. It's like, that's half the problem, is pointing out the problem, but then trying to figure it out. So at the time, I had a lot to say in addition to just my assignment. I was just trying to improve truck stops, but I ended up, laugh out loud, if I recall properly, I ended up like trying to improve the world. All my politics came out, and I'm just talking to myself, talking to the camera forever. Like, they're so long. It's taking forever to upload. The point was, that's before I went to law school. Okay. After I went to law school, and I'm on Twitter a lot, and I'm refining all these years, and I'm ranting and doing this, I'm refining everything to just this morning. I get it online, and I read something from U.S. courts, and my tweets are like, in 5 tweets, I'm able to take what I was trying to say, and I would say I think is close to like 15 hours. No, it's not. I'll have to add it all up, what all those hours were. No, it's not 15. It's like 10 hours of talking, laugh out loud, into 10 tweets. And it's really refined. And I think I'm really proud of refining it. And that's the story. But when you've got no one to tell it to, that's the story by Brandi Carlile. It's like, doesn't matter when you've got no one to tell it to. Now I'm telling it to Twitter universe, but my muse is everything to me. My muse this whole time, my boo, is just so important to me. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, it's true. So this is an ode to my muse, and to thank her for this. And let me just get through it, and I'll talk a little bit more afterwards about what's going on. Anyway, so this is the story by Brandi Carlile. It's an ode to my muse. It's a thank you to my muse. I really appreciate everything, just everything you represent and everything you are, just living and breathing. You are my muse, and that will never change. And I also changed the wording in this because at one point it was in the past, and I'm saying, no, I'm still broke now, laugh out loud. And I'm still breaking the rules, laugh out loud. Because it's also good timing because I just did Rebel Just for Kicks. And I'm still in it. I was thinking I might leave, and I said, no, I'm so refined. And it's like a comedian who refines their work forever. And then just as soon as they get at the top of their game, they quit? Nah, it's like, no. I've been refining my rants on Twitter for 10 years. I'm not getting off Twitter. That's funny now. And I'm not, and especially now when Twitter is not suspending me no matter what I say, no matter who I say it to, I'm just not getting suspended. So it's just like, now is not the time. I'm not quitting. That's it. I'm on Twitter and I'm going to keep ranting. I'm glad I'm re-recording this because this was lost. Okay. All right. Back to this comment. Here we go. I might stop swearing because the swearing was to ward off. It's to ward off people who are superficial and trying to find truth. Like, as soon as you start swearing, they go, oh, if they swear, then they mustn't be saying anything. They just immediately dismiss you, and it's like, go away, I'm not addressing you. There's just, that's fine. Not that you're a bad person, but you're just, go focus on your kids and your family and the important stuff. I am focusing on people in power who are looking for the truth, because when you do that, I was on a jury once, and there was a guy, it was just this case, and this guy was needled by the lawyer. And he's just this black guy from the streets, and he was a worker. But at one point, the lawyer needled him into screaming, yeah, I told him that. I was going to pop a cap up his ass. And he said that. And then, so the lawyer was just trying to get this witness discredited because he was, detrimental to his case. And the way lawyers do that is they make the person lose their temper, and then dumb people, not dumb people, I shouldn't say dumb people, people who have better things to do in life except look for truth, will just dismiss that. They'll say, okay, he's easily tempered, I can't believe anything he says. And that's okay. That's human nature. But when you're on a jury, and this is why I really respect juries, they know, all of them do, inherently know that they are supposed to find the truth. And everybody in the jury deliberation room, this was in Houston, afterwards said they didn't care because things he had said before, we believed him. In other words, even when he got mad, even when he got mad, and we believed that he said he wanted to pop a, just because he was violent didn't take away from it was immaterial. We believed the important thing. And so we got at the truth, regardless of the way he spoke and what he said and what came out of his mouth. And that always stuck with me. So I think I inherently swear a lot on Twitter. For other reasons, too. I'm scientifically testing stuff out, like when I'm suspended and not, and it also feels good. It's just like, oh my God, it just feels good to swear. It's getting so dark. This was one comment, and it says continued in a second comment post because this whole comment is almost 2,000 characters long, which is twice as long as the 10,000 character limit for a comment at YouTube. I've done this before where I'll start a new video, but this one I'm just going straight through. It's going to be 20 minutes or longer. Okay, so part 2 of 2, continued comment. Same video I posted it on earlier. I never swore too much until I left home and stopped going to church every Sunday, laugh out loud. Then I started swearing like a trucker and became a trucker. So anyway, oh my God, this is so long. I don't care. This is for anybody who is interested in the truth. So here we go. This is my truth, so let me just sing this story and I'll tell you more later. But the one change I might do is I might swear less. But it feels so good. Because I'm trying now to bring more people into the fold. I'm figuring out maybe I should address a larger audience than just a handful of people who are really seeking truth. Laugh out loud. Okay, so this is the story by Brandi Carlile, and I can't stop now because I'm not going to say all this again. All of these lines across my face. Oh, that was the other thing I noticed is I never look in the mirror, and even 10 years ago I thought I became wrinkly since 10 years ago. And I'm looking at these videos from 10 years ago and I said, my God, I was wrinkly back then, old lady. Laugh out loud. It's a good thing. It's a good thing not to look in the mirror sometimes. I mean, you might miss that big old hairy hair that grew on your chin every once in a while, but it's like, just prefer not look. So, okay. All of these lines across my beautiful face tell you the story of who I am. So many stories of where I've been, laugh out loud, and how I got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything when you've got no one to tell them to. It's true, I was made for you. Oh, I also changed, I was going to change it to say you were made for me because you're my muse. But that it's a little too, it messed up the rhyming, and it's a little self-centered. I was made for you, period. I'll climb and I modernized it because I'm still doing this stuff. She has it in the past. I'll climb across the mountain tops, swim all across the ocean blue. I'll cross all the lines and I'll break all the rules, but baby, I break them all for you. 'Cause even though I am flat broke, you make me feel like $1,000,000, you do. I'm not singing this right. Oh my god, here comes the leaf blowers. They all think I'm crazy anyway. Yeah, I was made for you. Yes, it's true that I was made for you. That's it. That's the thing about talking 10 minutes before you sing, is I would start this again, but I don't know how I got that all wrong. I didn't even practice this because I thought I had it in my head. But that was it. So, I was made for you. It's the thought that counts. So here's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say so much, but I'm going to keep going. We're going to go to 15 minutes on this one. No, I don't care. So the point being this. I don't think I've ever really said this anywhere, but I never would have been able to boil down the solutions to world peace and the way to get to inevitable world peace. And I'm 1,000% certain of all this without going to law school. I mean, law school was just everything for getting all my thoughts and getting it all out and really and finally refining it to like this really super refined, super concentrated. Instead of 20 hours of talking, I got it down to 5 tweets, and 2 tweets and 3 tweets of truth. A big truth bomb, as I did today. And I'm able to figure out so much stuff, and it's so easy. But never without going to law school. And even though my story about going to law school was, I woke up one morning all of a sudden on April 8, 2013, and it was my mom's birthday, and Margaret Thatcher had also died that day. And she was a chemist like me. I'm reading about her, and she was a chemist, and then she became a lawyer. And I thought, that's what I should do. This is the story I'm saying. This was the official story I put on Twitter. I became a lawyer because I woke up all of a sudden in the sleeper berth of my truck, and I said, hey, it's my mom's. My mom always wanted to be a lawyer. Margaret Thatcher was a lawyer. It's April 8th, 2013. I'm going to apply to law school. And I never looked back. And I started applying, and I ended up going to an online whatever it was, but that's the day it started. What I don't say is the night before, on April 7th, 2013, my boo, who was engaged at the time, I didn't believe she was going to go through with it. I didn't believe she was going to go through with this marriage. I really didn't. But she announced at the CMAs or the ACMs or whatever, one of these country music award shows, I forget which one it was, but Blake Shelton was up for Entertainer of the Year. And he's tobacco, and my boo's fiance was tobacco. It felt like she was being swallowed up by the tobacco people, and I was losing her. And then she announced that Blake Shelton would be marrying them, would be officiating the marriage because he can during that time, whatever it was. And I just then something broke when that happened. Like something broke. It was it. It was like, that's it. I've lost her. I've lost my boo. She's completely tobacco, and I was actually cheering against Blake Shelton winning Entertainment of the Year. Like, these are her people, and I'm cheering against them, and it's not good. You never cheer. When that happens, it's like, it's not. These are her people, and I'm cheering against them. And I was so happy when Luke Bryan won. I was like, yay, because to me, it was tobacco versus not tobacco, and not tobacco won. So anyway, something broke, and it was my heart, I guess. Laugh out loud. But that's pretty much, it was time to move on and try something else in life, or go look for another muse. And it was my boo, but it's my muse that I lost. That's the big, I don't care about any of that other stuff, but it was my muse. She couldn't be my muse with this person, it seemed. Okay. So anyway, that's probably the impetus behind me starting law school, and I never would have done that, and I never would have been where I am right now without going to law school. So this is what muses do. I mean, I'm talking about even when in the process of breaking my heart, and there were other examples of this, it moved me into a direction that I really needed to go, and there's only one person in the universe who could do this. Like, there was only one person in the universe who could have gotten me to get the COVID vaccine. Side note, not in the video, I got the COVID vaccine because it was a requirement to be an audience member for the Kelly Clarkson Show. And that opened up a whole other door that made me figure out the whole fake, where all the deaths were. I'm going, they're hiding the deaths. Like, they're not making up deaths. They're hiding deaths previously. Like, I knew that. I said, I gotta find where they're hiding the deaths. There were deaths that were occurring that falsely lowered the death rates, and then the fake pandemic came along, and there weren't new deaths. There were just deaths that had been previously unreported. And I figured all that out because after getting that, and I never would have figured all this out. I sat there for weeks or months or whatever it was. It took me forever. I remember Thanksgiving. I do. It was like, okay, I'm not, laugh out loud, I'm not going to eat. I'm not doing anything until I figure this out. And I finally figured it out. But I had to take the vaccine because the vaccine put me on my butt. Like, I thought I thought the pandemic was fake. And I thought the vaccine was just a saline solution, like it was safe, like it wasn't doing anything to protect you, but it also wasn't harming you until I took it. When I took that second shot, it put me on my butt, and I've had swollen glands since then. Like, I swear, if I have brain cancer or if I have some kind of cancer, my thyroid's been swollen since then, and I had a headache for like a month and a half. I mean, I was convinced that finally that it was not an innocuous and safe whatever it was they were giving you. It's not. There's no danger from COVID. COVID is more healthy for you than the cold, actually. In fact, since the vaccine, I've had more colds than I've ever had before. Like, if I hadn't gotten the vaccine, I'd still be healthy. So, I mean, like, now I think I still have a bit of a cold. Anyway, all this stuff, but I never, ever in a million years would have taken the vaccine. So bad, S-H-I-T, I spelled it out loud. I don't know why I'm saying that now. Why don't I swear here? But bad stuff that's happened to me because of my muse, my boo, is still my muse. It still leads to some good stuff. And stuff I never would have done. Never would have gone to law school. I don't think so. And I never would have done any of this stuff without her. Without her. Running and ruining my life. Okay, so this is 1913. I'm going up to 20 minutes. I don't care. It's actually 22:22 right now. That's funny. So it all came together in this one karaoke that sums it up. So I've got 40 seconds to say this. On my top 66 list, some things will never change. I have a top 6 list, and one of them from this year is Ronnie Millsap's, oh my God, look at this. I get so nervous. Ronnie Millsap sang a song that said I wouldn't change a thing. And I wouldn't, no matter what. And that's always going to be a top 6 because of this. Because this is my muse, and I will never change a thing for my muse. And I'm going to stop right at 20 minutes, and that's the story. Bye. And speaking very quickly, living my best life, and everything's going to be okay. Okay, everything's going to be okay. Bye. Laugh out loud. And I ended at 20:02, and now it's 23:00. So I went an extra 3 minutes on this one. And I have a side note that's not in the video. I later noticed and commented that I spontaneously marked the time at marker 1913 here in the video, but that maybe it wasn't so spontaneous, since the 16th Amendment, which is the cause of all corruption in government and industry and the biggest roadblock to inevitable sustained world peace, was ratified in 1913. And it's funny, I noticed the time marker at 22:22 this time, because 22 is kind of a lucky hybrid number between me and Kelly, because I'm odd, she's even, and I like 11, but 11 times 2 is 22, so I will settle on 22. 24 is her birthday, and 11's mine. So anyway, I like 22. 22. It's so stupid. Okay, everything's going to be okay, even though you can't see me. And I'm just going to post this 24 minutes. Oh, there you go, 24. That's her lucky number. So 24 minutes, and everything's going to be okay. And living my best life. Seriously, living my best life. It's just getting better and better every day. And we'll talk to you on the midweek Nicolioki next Sunday. Bye.